Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Super J Business Hour. My name is Super J Business. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I so much apologize for not being here every day doing the show. It's been very tough with my work schedule and the courts and everything else. It's just been very tough. Anyway, we're here, and let's jump right into the news. We have some serious stuff to let out. I got some inside information from a higher-ranking military official in the Navy who I met last night at my job. We're going to put everything out there, and we're going to get started right now. Let's jump right to, over the weekend, we had the daily news, and this caught my eye right away. Two things. First of all, we already know they dropped, on Strauss-Kahn, they dropped the charges because it was all nonsense. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a globalist. We don't like him, but the problem is that he didn't really see much interest in having a total world government, so they got rid of him. And by doing that, they lied, did what they had to do, enough time to get him out of the position, and then they put the next puppet in. But daily news, and this is one over the weekend. This was this is from Tuesday. I'm sorry, August 23rd, 2011. And what do we got here? Mike to drivers. Smile. He wants a red light camera on every corner and speed cams too. That's right, folks. So get ready for New York City. You will be on the spy grid. There'll be a corner on every camera. A camera on every corner. Maybe you like this statistic. In London, there is a camera per 14 people. So for every 14 people in that country, there is already a camera. Yes, you are being listened to. You are being watched. They can hear you from your cell phones. I got verification of that, even if you're not on them. Excuse me. Just them being in your pocket or near you, they are able to listen to you. So you keep thinking this is a game, people are crazy and conspiracy theorists, and you'll be all right. Don't worry. New York Times, Wednesday, August 24th. We know that we had the earthquake on the East Coast. You got people running out of the courtroom, even an inmate right there. They're dragging him out. And also we have rebels seize compound, but guess what? They didn't catch Gaddafi. I don't think they are going to catch him. And if they do, it'll be a coup. And the whole thing's a coup anyway. They're in there to rob the oil. They're in there to rob all the gold. They have the biggest reserve of gold. They know what they're doing, folks. This is not over liberation. This is not a peacekeeping. They're killing and murdering people to go take their gold and their oil and to do whatever they want. And there will be a 100-year war in the Middle East. Because right away, that's all they talk about is more war, more war, more war. License access in New Mexico is heated issue because they have all these immigrants that crossed illegally, and they are being given driver's license and being okay to stay in the country. So basically, we don't care about immigration anymore. You can just come on in, cut the borders open, no big deal. And then we'll go to the New York Times for Thursday. In New Jersey, sweeping shift on witness IDs. Yeah, and also you have after Arab revolts, reigns of uncertainty, and they're already talking about Egypt, Tunisia, and it doesn't stop. They're just going to keep going, folks. The thing here is that they don't want to stop. There will be continuous wars. Once they're done with this place, they go to the next one, and it never stops, folks. And then you also know, we already know that the head of Apple, Steve Jobs, is stepping down. He did have cancer, but they have cures. And most people die within a year from pancreatic cancer. This is a man who's still been fighting it and been good to go for 7 years. But you won't get that technology because you're not part of the rich elite. And then you see U.S. made back refinance plan for mortgages. Yeah, folks, get ready for QE3. That's right, folks. Remember, no more money. They're not going to do any more bailouts. Yeah, you have been lied to. There will be QE3. Get ready for it because we have so much money to give away, and we're in the worst depression since the 50s or 40s. Get ready. They still have money to give to everybody else. And now we'll jump to our local intelligence journal, Lancaster New Era. That's for Thursday. And we're talking about this Hurricane Irene is coming. And the thing is that they have the capabilities to do weather storms. They have the capabilities to do all kinds of stuff. They say Gaddafi is hiding. Syrian gunmen break cartoonist hands, so I guess we'll go after Syria next. The wars will not stop. They're just going to keep killing people. They're going to keep creating wars. And as long as there's a country that's standing up for themselves or a country that has any wealth or gold or oil, we're just going to go and fight them and take all their stuff, and we will be the policemen of the world. They're going to do what they want, folks. It's time to wake up, stand up, and take the power back. Enough is enough. Last night at my job, I work graveyard shift, as most of you know, at a local Hess station, and a gentleman came in, and let's just say he was a higher-ranking Navy official. I'm not going to reveal his name right now, although I do have it. And we got to talking, and right away he saw what I was about and what I'm into, and he decided he was going to talk to me. He was leaving, spare of the moment, had just gotten orders to go to Colorado. Now this gentleman, and I have to look up the details because I don't know much about it, but I think Northcom, if that makes sense, which is some kind of Navy command in Colorado. Yeah, his exact words, they were called in because they need to discuss civil unrest and war in America. Yeah, folks, they've been called in to discuss war and civil unrest in America. So what does that mean? Are they expecting war? Is there going to be civil unrest? They're the ones that usually spark this off. So I would say, and his exact words were, stock up on bullets, stock up on food, stock up on silver. His exact words. And folks, it was very refreshing to know that this man was part of the home team. He said there are several Army people that will not take the order and will fight against those who would try to take over America. But they're just keeping quiet for now so they can stay on the inside, which is very good to hear because this is nerve-wracking, and I believe we're going to see it, folks. It's coming. It's coming soon, and it's coming fast. And please get your families ready. Please vote for Ron Paul. It is time to stand up, folks. I also want to discuss local area here, Mannheim, Pennsylvania. A gentleman who is the chief of police for Mannheim is Chief Joe Stafford. And just to give you an idea of the corruption that goes on in the United States right now, and they can do whatever they want, like you see in Quartzsite, Arizona, they just do whatever they want. This gentleman is one of those guys. He found another officer from another town, was drunk, he pulled her over, bribed her for sex, now they're married, got her pregnant, she had to divorce her husband. Well, she was found behind a building making out with another officer, and last time that she cheated on her husband, she was put in the hospital for 3 days. This is a gentleman who has been tasing people, pulling guns out on people, just doing all types of horrific stuff, telling people that this is his town, that he makes the laws, and when does the corruption stop? I mean, I'm currently dealing with a case where I was basically railroaded in some backwood country deliverance style. Like everybody just goes to lunch, and it's all to meet a quota. It's absolutely absurd, and when does it stop? That's what I'd like to know. When do we stand up and say enough is enough? And everybody I speak to says, well, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I don't know what we can do, but maybe all of us together can do something. Because when's it going to stop? What are we supposed to do here? We're just supposed to let them take this whole country over? So my thing would be, if you have any love for your grandchildren, if you have any love for your children, or future generations for that matter, it's time to stand up. Go speak to your local congressman. Go speak to your state officials, your local officials. Currently, I'm trying to get involved with that kind of stuff to see what they're up to see what they're doing, hold them accountable. Once a people become fearful of their government, that's tyranny. When the government's fearful of their people, it's liberty. And I don't think the government's very fearful of its people right now. I think it's the other way around, which signifies tyranny. You just have to look at what our founding fathers wrote as quotes. Don't put your history books away and start looking up this information online. The mainstream media is lying to you. You are being lied to. They are using psychological warfare against you via TV, sports, and several other things. I beg of you to go to my favorites, check out all the favorites, start at the bottom, work your way up, start at the top, work your way down. I have over 650 favorites saved. It is just a bunch of beautiful, great information, and then you will have a lot better understanding as to what's going on. If you're new to this, start with Invisible Empire. Great documentary, absolutely free on YouTube. Support Alex Jones, support Ron Paul, Infowars.com or Prison Planet TV. You can support me, Super J Business. Subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. Then we subscribe to somebody else, and we start a network. We start a community, and we save this republic. We take our country back. Enough's enough. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been another edition of Super J Business that we will try to get back daily, but I just want to say it's time. It is time. We are at the precedent of something really bad happening, and I just wonder what their next false flag terror attack is going to be. Is it going to be a biological weapon? Are they going to blow up a building? What is it going to be? That's what I wonder. Are we going to really live in V for Vendetta? Is that going to be the real thing? because they have the capabilities of doing it and have no problem doing it. And enough is enough. There's cameras everywhere. I showed you, I don't know if I talked about it last time, with the giant supermarkets out here. They're making them thumb scan. You get paid $8 an hour and you have to thumb scan. Biometrics are being used. Blood is taken from babies at birth. I mean, you have no idea. We're living in some sick scientific nightmare where they're using things that could be used for good for evil. Remote control helicopters that can taser people and shoot people from up to 100 feet away. I mean, I'm watching all this stuff and I'm just horrified and can't believe it. And my favorite quote would be, why stand on a silent platform, fight the war F the norm? And because we have to stand up, folks. Enough is enough. People are asleep and it's time to wake up, America. Please wake up. Please join the fight. Let's take our country back. Tell everyone you know we are in trouble. It's over. It's not funny anymore. It's not a joke. It's not maybe. We have been taken over by tyrannical dictators who want to see us put as slaves. There are FEMA camps. Everything that has been said is true. You need to wake up, and it's time to take the power back, folks. Again, subscribe to the channel. Check out my old uploads. Check out my favorites. You know, let's fight the war together, folks. My name is Super J Business. It has been my pleasure. Thank you for tuning in today. This has been another edition of Super J Business Hour. Peace in the Middle East. Peace in America. Peace everywhere. Don't wait till all the cameras are up. Don't wait till it's too late, folks. Fight now. Stand up now. Tell your family. Warn your friends. It's time to stand up and fight for this country. It is. So thank you. God bless. Good luck. I love everybody out there, and we will see you again on the next edition of Super J Business Hour. Peace.